Hello Internet, and welcome to a new series that I'll be starting, which basically consists of me reading lore books that I find in the Elder Scrolls Online. I will be reading through the book and then giving my opinions on what we just read together. So let's just get into it, and I've got a book here called The Origins of the Mages Guild. Let's read this together. Origin of the Mages Guild, Variant Edition, by the Archmage Salarth. The idea of a collection of mages, sorcerers, and assorted mystics pooling their resources and talents for the purpose of research and public charity was a revolutionary concept in the early years of the Second Era. The only organization then closest in aim and structure to what we know today as the Mages Guild was the Pijik Order of the Isle of Arterium. At the time, magic was something to be learned by individuals, or at most within the intimate covens. Mages were, if not actually, hermits, usually quite solitary. The Physique Order served the rules of Somerset Isle as counsellor, and chose its members through a complex, ritualized method not understood by outsiders. Its purpose and goals, likewise, went unpublished, and detractors attributed the worst evils as the source of the Order's power. Actually, the religion of the Old Order could be described as ancestors' worship and increasingly unfashionable philosophy in the Second Era. When Venus Galerian, a physique of Arterium and student of the famed Lachesis, began collecting magic users from around Somerset Isle, he attracted the animosity of all. He was operating out of the urban centre of Firsthold, and there was a common and not entirely unfounded attitude that magical experiments should be conducted only in unpopulated areas. Even more shocking, Galerian proposed to make magical items, potions, and even spells available to any member of the general public who could afford to pay. No longer was magic to be limited either to the aristocracy or intelligentsia. Galerian was brought before Lachesis and the king of Firsthold, Rallis Xii, and made to state the intentions of the fraternity he was forming. The fact that Galerian's speech to Rallis and Lachesis was not recorded for posterity was doubtless a tragedy, though it does afford opportunity for historians to amuse one another with speculation about the lies and prosecutions Garen might have used to found the ambiguous organization. The charter at any rate was approved. Almost immediately after the guild was formed, the questions of security had to be answered. The Isle of Arterium did not require force of arms to shield it from invaders. When the Physique Order does not wish someone to land on the isle, it and all the inhabitants simply become insubmissible. The new Mages Guild, by contrast, had to hire guards. Galerion soon discovered what the Tamriel nobility has known for thousands of years. Money alone does not buy loyalty. The Knightly Order of the Lamp was formed the following year. Like a tree from an acorn, the Mages Guild grew branches all over Somerset Isles and gradually mainland of Tamriel. There are numerous records of superstitious or sensibly fearful rulers forbidding the guild in their domains, but their heirs or their heirs' eventually recognized the wisdom of allowing the guild free reign. The Mages Guild has become a powerful force in Tamriel, a dangerous foe if a somewhat disinterested ally. There have been only a few rare instances of the Mages Guild actually involving themselves in local political struggles. On these occasions, the guild's participation has been the ultimate decider in the conflict. As begun, the Venus Galorian, the Mages Guild as an institution, is presided over by a supreme council of 6 archmages. Each guild hall is run by a magister, assigned by a twofold council, the Perquisitor and the Master Palintus, who is also the leader of the local chapter. One need not be a member of the Mages Guild to know that their carefully contrived hierarchy is often nothing more than a chimera. As Venus Galorian himself said bitterly, leaving the Tamriel to travel to other lands, the guild has become nothing more than an intricate morass of political infighting. Well, that was an interesting read and a hard read. I'm sorry I couldn't pronounce all those names right. It is my first time reading any of these books, so I may have to cut some of that out because I stopped quite a bit and stuttered. But, so it seems like the Mages Guild wasn't always perfect. That's what I got from it anyway.